What's going on? What the hell? I'm taking my tail home right now. But while I'm doing that, let's talk about Tarrance Crawford. Tarrance Crawford just came out. I guess, he was basically saying that, he believes that everything is going on. It's kind of like a hoax, or that people are taking it too serious, and they're letting it take over their lives, and that he's not going to do that. Basically, he's just going to, live his life. He's going to let his kids live their lives and let them go ahead and go wherever they want to go and do what they want to do, and that's it. And there are certain areas who haven't necessarily been affected by this too bad yet. I'm not sure. I'm guessing he might be from one of those particular areas. I'm from the East Coast, so we're at the point where you could have shut some of these, you could have shut down portions of Connecticut, all of the city anyway of New York and New Jersey, because the pandemic is so major over here. But a lot of these areas who haven't necessarily been afflicted, what's happening is that they feel like they're good, and it spreads to their areas. And by the time the bodies start to drop, and the hospitals fill up, it's already spread, into their towns. It's too late to, try to put any kind of measures. They end up putting in the measures, but it's a little bit too late. The body's already starting to drop. And so he might be in one of those areas, I guess, where it might not necessarily be as, have been affected as much. And he might not be educated on this thing on the levels that he should be educated on it. His thought process on it, I'm calling him a moron for it. He's an idiot. You're somebody who has finances. You're very wealthy. You have access to a lot of people that could truly, teach you and educate you about, what's going on and the effects it's having on everybody. I got friends who are on the front lines, who are dealing with that, who've got infected and are doing having major issues. Having major issues trying to make it through the pandemic. We have family members that have taken L's, and laid down, from it. So it's serious over here. We clearly understand what it is. When you look on the television, you see 2,000 people died today, 1,000 people died today, 500 people died today, 600, 800 people died today, 900 people died today. When you see how bad it can get when you look at a place like Italy, you have a fucking television. You've seen that 10% of people over there are getting it or dying. You see the havoc that it's causing over there. And for you to just sit there and kind of think that, that you're just good, and you're just going to not let it take it over your life, well, you're a moron. You have a wife, number one, that's overweight, which is and she's African American. She has all the the conditions that, that were in her life. She pretty much has them. She has a lot of them. And especially being in the African American community, we're getting affected more than anybody else. In the black community, a major amount of people that are actually going down are from the black community. Because of, whether it be high blood pressure, whether it being, obesity, and things of that nature. Whatever conditions. A lot of us, we kind of fit a lot of the mold. You know what I mean? So a lot of, us are going down from this. So you have that. You have young kids. They could have underlying conditions you don't even know about. And they could end up getting that and laying down. Your parents, your other family members, I've seen the crowd that he's with. I've seen the overweight people. I see you have older relatives. You might be healthy, but what if you get it and you give it to one of them? You give it to your kids, or you give it to your wife, and your wife, goes down. You gonna be okay with it still? Or one of your family members goes down, and you spread it to them. Are you going to be okay when those bodies start to drop? Are you going to be cool with it then? Are you going to be cool with it then? Like the boxer from the UK, I don't remember his name right now. 2 family members went down. Imagine if he had the same mentality and he went over there and, and he was around these people and these people died. I think it was his father who died or something like that, and his grandmother or something. I don't know why I don't remember his name right now. He just lost to Kovalev. I don't know. Anthony Yard. Imagine if he had that mentality and he found out that he had it and he just didn't have any symptoms and he gave it to those relatives and they went down. So if you get put into a situation, something like that, are you going to be cool with it then? You know what I mean? Are you going to be cool with it? There's a reason why they're saying we need to do the things that we were doing right now. If you don't believe it, you want to see how bad it can get, go educate yourself on the Spanish flu of 1918 and see what happens when you don't do that. See what's happening in Italy right now. You got areas in New York, you got places in in Italy. You got places in Iran where literally they're digging mass graves where you can see them from fucking space. They're digging mass graves in New York where you can see them from fucking space. And you're being a piece of shit, motherfucker, by putting yourself into a space where not only can you put your family in danger, but you can put other people in danger as well. If you get that and you're just going around different people and hanging around with different people and they can contract it. And then after they get it, your friends are going to their families' houses and probably infecting other people. Or even if you live or they live, their family members might not live. And when it hits your area, bodies are going to drop in a major way. Because especially in those areas like that, especially in the South, it's going to be bad. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the South. You know, eating the same type of foods that they did during slavery, but they're not doing the same type of work, which is equals what? A lot of obesity, heart disease, you know, high blood pressure, all these other different type of things. And the things that's going to happen to them and the bodies are going to drop. And then one of the few people that should be educating people and should be an example of what you need to do, because people actually do listen to you. You know, people are watching you, people are listening to you, especially young kids, you know, and they're going by what you do. You're being a complete fucking moron with the mentality that you're having, and not only putting yourself in danger, you're putting your wife in danger, you're putting your kids in danger, you're putting, you know, your older relatives in danger, anybody who has asthma. I don't know if anybody's family has asthma, has any allergies, anything of that nature. You're putting themselves in danger. And this is the biggest thing, you fucking moron. And I'm going to call him a moron when it comes to this, because he should be smarter than this and he should educate himself on this, because this is fucking serious. People are losing their lives off of this shit. You got fucking nurses and doctors losing their fucking lives over this shit. Putting their lives on the line every fucking day to save pieces of shit like you. So do them a fucking favor and keep your dumbass in the fucking house along with your fucking kids and your wife and your family, and set the example that has them do the same thing and the people around you. Bomac, you fucking moron. You're putting Bomac into a situation where he can die. He gets that thing, he's gonna probably go down. You got all these people around you that could be drastically affected by this. Drastically affected by this. But you're gonna just have this light attitude because I guess you're not educated on what the fuck this thing can do. And other people have been making videos being light about it. I'm not going to be light about it because you're putting other people's lives in danger. You could directly be the cause of people losing their fucking lives. You know, and you're basically the head of the table when it comes to your circle. And the head of the table is making the decisions that could end the lives of a lot of people in your circle, in that circle. Because they're going to ride with what you do and what you say. Because you're at the head of the table. And you're putting all of them in danger by doing that. And you're putting an example out there that could have all these other people putting themselves and others in danger. Don't be those fucking morons who thought everything was sweet. Oh, let's not close our schools in New York. Let's not close our schools in New York until the bodies start to fucking drop. Let's not be that moron in freaking Missouri is like, oh, I'm not going to close the schools. The next day, and he's in a restaurant with his family saying, oh, you just live your life. And the next day he's fucking talking about we're not going to have school for the rest of the year once he sees those numbers start to pop up. Don't wait till you infect someone like a Bomac and he goes down, your wife and she goes down, and others that might have other conditions around you. And the last thing, you're an athlete, you moron. This is how you make your money. If you get sick with that shit and you wind up in the freaking hospital, okay, even if you make it out, you could lose 30% use of your lungs for the next 10 to 15 years. That's how long it's gonna take for those lungs to heal. Not to mention if you don't have, you can still get damage when it comes to your kidneys, to your livers, to your heart, long term. An athlete, you're a boxer. Your conditioning is major, and you're talking about cutting 30% off of it. But you probably don't even know that, though. Probably don't even know that. Because you're not educating yourself. A 33-year-old, 32, 33-year-old boxer, by the way, just cut off 30% of what's called your breathing capacity. Moron, man. And this one, I'm calling what he is, a fucking moron. And if any of y'all follow that same type of shit, y'all continue doing the same type of shit, you're fucking morons too. And y'all pieces of shit are putting other people's lives in fucking danger. You want to put your life in danger? Cool. Lock yourself in a damn room, put a freaking rubber band thing around your arm and pump your ass up with heroin or some dumb shit. Put your own life in danger. Stop putting other people's lives in danger. It ain't cool. Like, subscribe, share. I'm out.